Have you ever pondered about the mystique that shrouds Nepal, a gem tucked away in the heart of Asia? Nestled between the towering peaks of the Himalayas and the lush jungles of the Terai Plains, Nepal is a land steeped in a rich tapestry of diverse cultures, traditions, and languages. Yet it is often shrouded in misconceptions and oversimplified narratives. Picture a kaleidoscope, constantly shifting and revealing new patterns. That's Nepal for you, a vibrant symphony of experiences that go beyond the clichés. It's a nation where ancient traditions harmoniously coexist with modern lifestyles, where each alley whispers tales of historic grandeur and each festival paints a new picture of cultural richness. But often the global narrative gets tangled in a web of myths, reducing this enchanting country to mere stereotypes. But fear not, for we are here to debunk these misconceptions and reveal the true essence of Nepal. So join us as we unveil the truth behind these myths, making our way through the vibrant tapestry that is Nepali culture. It's easy to equate Nepal to Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, but is that all there is to this country? Naturally, when one thinks of Nepal, the image of the majestic, snow-capped Everest immediately springs to mind. This towering peak has lured countless adventurers and mountaineers from all over the globe. But to say that Nepal is only about Mount Everest would be like saying a library is only about one book. Let's delve deeper, shall we? Beyond the surface, Nepal is a treasure trove of biodiversity. Nestled within the rugged terrain are national parks and wildlife reserves, home to a multitude of flora and fauna. From the elusive snow leopard in the Himalayas to the one-horned rhinoceros in the Terai Plains, it's a paradise for nature enthusiasts. And then there's the cultural richness. Nepal is a melting pot of ethnicities and traditions, each with their unique customs, festivals, and art forms. The Nuari people, for example, are renowned for their intricate woodwork, while the Tharu community is known for their vibrant wall paintings. The country's historical landmarks are nothing short of awe-inspiring. The Kathmandu Valley alone boasts 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the Durbar squares of Kathmandu, Patan, and Bhaktapur, which are architectural marvels of the ancient Malla kingdom. The Pashupatinath Temple, a sacred Hindu shrine, and the Buddhanath Stupa, one of the largest Buddhist stupas in the world, are testaments to the country's rich spiritual heritage. In terms of gastronomy, Nepal offers a smorgasbord of flavors. From the spicy lentil soup known as dal-bhat to the Tibetan-influenced dumplings called momos, each dish is a culinary journey in itself. So while Mount Everest might be the crowning glory of Nepal, to reduce this vibrant country to a single peak is to overlook its rich tapestry of culture, history, and biodiversity. Nepal, as you see, is not a one-trick pony, but a multifaceted gem radiating a myriad of cultural and natural wonders. A common misconception is that Nepali is the only language spoken in Nepal. Is that so? Well, let's dive into the linguistic landscape of this fascinating country. While it's true that Nepali, also known as Gorkhali or Kaskura, is the official language of Nepal and is spoken by a significant portion of the population, it's far from the only language in town. In fact, Nepal is a vibrant mosaic of languages, with over 123 distinct tongues recorded. Imagine this. In a country about the size of the state of New York, you have a linguistic diversity that's akin to all of Europe. This rich tapestry of languages is a testament to the country's diverse ethnic groups, each with their own unique culture, traditions, and yes, language. For instance, in the southern plains of Terai, you'll find communities speaking Maithili or Bhojpuri. Head up to the high Himalayan valleys, and you'll encounter Sherpa, Tamang, or Gurung, languages of the Tibeto-Burman family, far removed from the Indo-Aryan roots of Nepali. In the bustling streets of Kathmandu, the Nuar community converses in Nepal Bhasa, a language with its own unique script and literary tradition stretching back centuries. And let's not forget the many indigenous languages that dot the landscape, like Rai, Limbu, Magar, or Tharu, each adding their own vibrant thread to the country's linguistic tapestry. This linguistic diversity isn't just a curiosity, it's a crucial part of Nepal's cultural heritage, a living testament to the country's rich history of migration, trade, and cultural exchange. Each language carries with it stories, wisdom, and a unique way of seeing the world, passed down through generations. So, while Nepali might be the most widespread language, the linguistic reality of Nepal is far more complex and colorful. It's a symphony of voices, each with its own unique melody, harmonizing together to create the rich cultural soundscape of Nepal. Language in Nepal is as diverse as its landscape, echoing the voices of its many ethnic groups. We often hear about Sherpas when talking about Nepal, leading to the assumption that all Nepalese are Sherpas and mountaineers. But is this the reality? It's easy to see how this misconception arises. Sherpas, renowned for their climbing skills and resilience in high altitudes, have become synonymous with the awe-inspiring peaks of the Himalayas. Their notable contributions to mountaineering have been widely publicized, creating an image that is often associated with the entire population of Nepal. However, this picture overlooks the rich tapestry of ethnic diversity in Nepal. The Sherpa community, primarily residing in the eastern mountainous regions of the country, is just one of over 100 ethnic groups that make up the population of Nepal. These groups, each with their unique cultures, languages, and traditions, contribute to the vibrant mosaic of Nepalese society. Additionally, while mountaineering plays a significant role in Nepal's economy and international reputation, it's far from the only occupation. Agriculture, for instance, is the mainstay of the country's economy, employing over 60% of the population. Other sectors, such as the service industry, manufacturing, and construction, also play vital roles in the nation's economic and social fabric. Moreover, the notion that all Sherpas are mountaineers is itself a misconception. While many Sherpas have indeed made a living guiding trekkers and climbers in the Himalayas, it's not the occupation of every Sherpa. Like any other ethnic group, the Sherpa community is diverse, with individuals pursuing a wide range of careers, including teaching, medicine, business, and more. So while the Sherpas and their mountaineering prowess are an integral part of Nepal's identity, it's crucial to recognize the broader spectrum of ethnicities, languages, and occupations that make up the country's diverse population. The Sherpas are a significant part of Nepal's tapestry, but they are but one thread in the richly woven Nepali society. Many believe Nepal to be a part of India, but is there truth to this? This is a question that has been asked and misconstrued time and time again. Let's delve deeper into this myth and uncover the reality. Nepal, a landlocked gem nestled between two giants, India and China, has a rich tapestry of culture, history, and tradition that is uniquely its own. Since the dawn of history, Nepal has been an independent entity, a sovereign nation that has never been colonized. It's true that Nepal shares a deep-rooted historical, cultural, and economic connection with India, but this connection doesn't undermine its distinct national identity. Nepal's sovereignty is not a recent phenomenon. It dates back to the 6th century BC, when it was a collection of small kingdoms. These kingdoms eventually coalesced to form the unified Kingdom of Nepal in the late 18th century. In fact, Nepal signed the Sugauli Treaty with the British East India Company in 1815, which officially recognized Nepal as an independent and sovereign nation. The Constitution of Nepal, enacted in 2015, further asserts its independence and sovereignty. It outlines the country's political framework, guarantees fundamental rights to its citizens, and reaffirms Nepal's status as a secular, inclusive, and democratic republic. Nepal's unique cultural identity also sets it apart. From the vibrant festivals like Dashain and Tihar, to the sacred traditions of the Nuer community, to the intricate art forms seen in thangka paintings and stone carvings, Nepal's cultural richness is unparalleled. Its diverse linguistic landscape, with over 120 spoken languages, further testifies to its distinct identity. The geographical uniqueness of Nepal, with its majestic Himalayan ranges, lush Terai plains, and verdant hills, also differentiates it from its neighbors. It's a country that boasts of the highest peak in the world, Mount Everest, and is home to a myriad of unique flora and fauna. So, to answer the question we started with, no, Nepal is not a part of India. It's a country that has its own unique identity, a rich cultural heritage, and a long history of sovereignty. Nepal stands proudly as a sovereign nation, its identity distinct and irreplaceable. From mountains to languages, from Sherpas to sovereignty, we have traversed through some prevalent myths about Nepal. We have explored the myth that Nepal is solely about Mount Everest, when in fact it boasts a plethora of other awe-inspiring peaks and landscapes, not to mention its rich biodiversity. We've debunked the misconception that Nepali is the only language spoken, shedding light on the over 120 distinct languages that echo through the valleys and mountains of this diverse nation. We've clarified that not all Nepalese are Sherpas or mountaineers, with a myriad of different ethnic groups, each with their unique traditions and livelihoods. And finally, we've affirmed Nepal's sovereignty, standing proud and separate from India, with its own unique cultural tapestry and political identity. Remember, Nepal is a country that wears many hats, each more fascinating than the last. It truly is a world within a world.